parents assumed they had the final say, since they were hosting most of the relatives. But my husband and I had already shifted the venue contract into our names months earlier. That meant, without them realizing, we had the legal right to decide who was invited. Step 2: exposure. My sister's little innocent messages. We screenshot every single one. Her texts about how she'd look better in white, about how she'd accidentally brush against my husband, about how one day he'd realize she was the better sister. We compiled them into a neat little folder. Step 3: misdirection. We let my parents and sister believe they were winning. We smiled when they insisted she try on dresses. We nodded when they demanded she be in every photo. We even pretended to agree when my mom suggested she walk before me at the ceremony. On the outside, I looked broken, too timid to fight back. On the inside, I was sharpening the knife. The night before the wedding, my sister cornered me. She smirked, swirling a glass of wine, and said, "Don't be mad tomorrow when people say I look better in white. It's just natural." For the first time in my life, I didn't shrink. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Enjoy it while it lasts." She laughed, thinking I was bluffing. But my husband squeezed my hand under the table, and I knew, tomorrow, she'd regret every second. The wedding day came. I expected nerves, butterflies, cold feet, but all I felt was anticipation. The venue buzzed with chatter, cameras flashing, relatives mingling. My mom was running around, micromanaging, barking orders like it was her show. My dad strutted like he was walking me down the aisle to some arranged deal. And my sister, oh, my sister, she strutted in wearing the most garish, glittering white gown you've ever seen. Layers of lace, a plunging neckline, rhinestones that sparkled like a disco ball. She looked less like a bridesmaid and more like she'd raided a bargain bin bridal shop. People gasped. Whispers spread like wildfire. Is she in white? At her sister's wedding? She basked in it, like every eye on her was exactly what she deserved. But she didn't know. Every single one of those whispers was being captured. Because my husband had hired a discreet videographer, someone my parents didn't know about, whose sole job was to record everything. And then came the ceremony. The music swelled. Guests rose to their feet. My father reached for my arm, ready to escort me, but I stepped back. "No," I said loudly enough for the room to hear. "I'll walk myself." A murmur rippled through the crowd. My dad's face flushed red. My mother hissed my name like a curse. And that's when my sister, smug as ever, stepped forward to walk down